Star Trek Into Darkness continues to roll out across the globe, and today's premiere is in New York City. So you're famous for your Alan Rickman impression.
Am I?
Yes, how do you feel following in his footsteps, playing an iconic villain in a big Hollywood blockbuster?
Oh, I see the link. Very good. Just like I'm copying him all over again, I guess.
A lot of twists in this movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How do you promote it without giving them away?
It's not my first rodeo, so I've been down this road before, associated with projects that are veiled in secrecy, and I've learned how to talk around it and still hopefully make it interesting and exciting.
This is a big year for you. You have 4 Hollywood movies coming out.
I have, yeah.
How is there a difference between working in the U.S. and the U.K.?
Weather. There isn't. I mean, we've got, I think the critical mass of expertise and the brilliance, it spreads across the Atlantic. I think there's a fantastic interchange now. You don't have to come all the way to LA. You could do great work. I mean, a lot of LA comes to Shepperton and Pinewood and always has done, and Elstree. So, I think we go where it's right to make the film nowadays as actors and crew.
What's the biggest difference between Spock and Spock Prime?
I think we've never really seen Spock Prime in such immediate relationship to his emotions and his humanity. He's always maintained a reservedness that leads an audience to believe that he's not in conflict as much with it as the version of the character that I play. So I think that's probably the biggest difference.
And also, London unfortunately has a long history of terrorism. How is it portraying a future where it still exists?
I think, sadly, it's probably quite realistic.
Well, I don't think about the future as much as I think about the present, and I think that ultimately entertainment reflects back to the society that is consuming it issues and aspects that are very immediate and very real, and unfortunately terrorism is one for all of us.
And you have your own very, very, very sharp reminder of terrorism not far from here, and I think it's something we have to be very responsible with as storytellers, to both understand the reasons as well as abhor the actions of terrorism. What I do in this one by no means condones it. I think it's about trying to understand how it can come about, and if anything can be learned, it's about how to prevent it and be better human beings and try and reach for a sort of democracy that is, I think, within our ability. And I think hopefully then we won't have a future as portrayed in this film, and this is a lesson with a metaphor of the future that could teach us about how to live a better now.